Gold star for Marcus. Dinner was yummy.
Hey man, movie number 4, man. I know that one right now. Then threw y'all for a loop a little bit. All right, a lot of ones we do, y'all be knowing on first hand, man. But that one right there, I know it's gonna make y'all think, man. But it comes from the classic. Well, welcome to Don's Kids Podcast. Y'all already know what we doing, man. Shout out to
Movie number
four. Movie number 4. We want everybody to know, man, stay blessed in this time with other quarantine and all that. Making sure everybody having some fun. We hope y'all liking the content we dropped before this. But if you don't know what that movie was, all right, could you say it one more time, please, for the people, man? Cause this is funny, Joe.
Gold star for Marcus. Dinner was yummy.
Imagine this is a grown ass woman talking like this at the table with the man. This was the funniest movie. Okay, that's Boomerang, man, for Eddie Murphy. For y'all that's already laughing from that part, y'all already know. For y'all that don't know, man, that is Boomerang, Eddie Murphy. Man,
Shout out to Leela Rashawn.
Sunshine. That's her name, Leela Rashawn.
Sunshine. She was, yes.
Many movies, classy. Waiting to Exhale. We can keep talking about her. She played in movies. You know what I'm saying? That is Eddie Murphy's wife was. Well, that's a whole other story for another day.
That was his wife?
Leela Rashawn was dealing with,
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
I didn't even. Oh.
Bam, man. We in it like that.
I never even put that together.
Nicole
Nicole Murphy, Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, had an affair with Leela Rashawn's husband, and she stayed with him,
Antoine
by the way.
Fuqua,
yes,
the
director of Training Day for.
God damn it!
Come on, you better Kevin Bacon this whole goddamn situation.
Come on now. You seeing it? Definitely degrees of separation. Something.
Kevin Bacon it.
Shit, that's real right there. We just dropped some knowledge.
Yes.
Okay.
So the movie number 4 is Boomerang, and I don't know when Boomerang debuted. 1992, I believe it was.
It definitely was 1992.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, I do have it. June 28th, 1992.
92.
Boomerang. Okay, so a cancer baby. If you were born on June 28th, 1992. You came out the day that Boomerang
I'll never forget watching Boomerang at Richton Park with Auntie Renee and Uncle Charlie and Mama in the basement. We was out there at Auntie Renee's house, all up in the basement, and I'll never forget the part because they was sitting there working out, and they was like, Mama was like, that's Daryl, and that's and they was basically just taking the characters of Martin, David Allen Greer, and Eddie Murphy. And my dad and my uncle was like, who was I? We all know you Eddie Murphy, you know what I'm saying? It was just funny for me to see that because we was at Richton Park. I remember Auntie had the house with the basement.
Oh, yeah.
With the hair. And we was just watching Boomerang, and I never forget that time because Uncle was staying with them at that time, you know what I'm saying? So I always used to go to my aunt's house, and my mom used to always sometimes come out there. So, man, I just never forget watching Boomerang there. Like, whoa, it was just crazy.
1992, I was 14. And I saw it. I went to the movies to see it. I ain't gonna lie. We got somebody probably to get us tickets to get in there. I don't know. But I definitely remember being in the movies to see Boomerang. And I don't have a special story surrounding it, but I know I went to Evergreen Plaza.
The Plaza.
Actually, to see...
the Plaza.
Yes, to see Boomerang. So, yeah, it debuted in 1992 starring Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, Martin, Halle Berry.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
David Allen Greer. Did you say that?
Come on, David Allen Greer. Once
John
again,
Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
Come on now, for real. Chris Rock.
Had
a small Boney T. You know what I'm saying? Boney T. You know.
Come on, Marcus, man. Yes.
First the Fat Boys break up. Jay-Z started his song off with a Boney T line.
Yes.
First the Fat Boys break up.
Eartha Kitt.
Come on, man.
Marcus. And Grace
darling.
Jones.
Grace Jones, for sure.
Strange.
I know it's some more we in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to pop up. You know, people that were just intricate to the movie.
Tisha Campbell.
Definitely was about to just say Tisha Campbell. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know, so some of this stuff was just, we already mentioned Leela Rashawn, so.
Yeah, man. Eddie Murphy in Boomerang is an advertisement executive who is known amongst his co-workers and friends as a womanizer in this movie. Okay, the movie opens up with George Clinton's Atomic Dog. How much time me like that? You know what I mean? And every time we see him see a woman, we hear a dog bark. Every time, you know what I mean? And so that is, sets the scene for the movie. Martin and David Allegretti are his best friends in the movie. And he comes across Robin Givens, who breaks his ass down, okay? He tries his game on Robin Givens, and he ends up being played.
Badly by Robin Givens. Come on now. He should have seen that coming. Ask Mike Tyson. But, that was a really good movie, man. I just like it. Then, like, the fact that, it was timeless comedy, in that movie. Like, we just, like, my sister, when she talked about John Witherspoon in the Friday episode, what you said about him and everything you called him, just great. I can't even repeat everything you said about him, but it was just gave him so much greatness, When you look at the Williams brothers and you hear bang, bang, bang and all that, that come from a famous scene in Boomerang. He hadn't said that before that when he was in there talking about, you got to whip that pussy, bang, 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 bang. Yeah. That was a scene that was just hilarious in the movie to the point where it became one of his tags, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? So,
which y'all is a really how we end up picking our movies anyway.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of shit made it to the cutting room floor on this project here because we watch all, especially my brother. He'll tell you to watch, Snakes on the Plane. Now you got to wait to the fifth scene. Wait to the fifth scene because it gets good right there. I'm telling you, it's classic, and he be right. You know what I mean? So it's like we went with like the movie quotes that you could get from the movie.
Sure,
we could
man.
only pick 5. Like if we could have crammed like at least 10 into here, we probably would have done it, but
easy.
It's like we could only pick 5. And so that scene with him bang 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 bang, you're right, John Witherspoon.
That was a big the whole scene, because the scene that was the end of the scene. The scene first came on with like, what you got right here? There ain't no markers. Every time I come here I gotta impress you, right? I'm trying to impress you, right?
Yes.
Check this out. Boom, Gerard, do you know your dad got mushrooms? And I ain't stopped there. See, what's wrong with these young boys? They don't know to coordinate. You got to coordinate. So when you hear folks saying coordinate, like John Witherspoon, whatever movie he in, man, he going to put his fingerprints and footprints all over that motherfucker. And he is a reason why you have some of those, like you saying, sayings that make the movie timeless. Because if you're going to keep saying the movie, you're going to keep conjuring up energy from that movie, man.
Yeah.
So the movie going to always live on with positive vibes. And come on, man, we said those names so casually, but we talking about Dave and Allegretti in Living Color. This ain't nothing like that. You understand? We talking about Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
They embodied their roles and did it to a T. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you kind of forgot they were comedians or who they were. They were just friends hanging out. You forgot they was all great in their own right. You know what I mean? Because it just flowed like that, man. Boomerang was crazy. What about?
That was just right. That was just them hanging out together.
That one scene.
One scene.
That's why I mentioned that one scene when he was in the clothing store. That was just like guys in the clothing store. You ain't here. Damn, look at this coat right here, Joe. I want to get this coat. And Buddy come
like, step off, Marcus. This me.
This my coat. They ain't
off,
even noticing, Buddy. He come
right.
up something. Excuse me, sir. That coat is $1,800.
Exactly.
We don't have any layaway plans. Well, you can't return it.
And mind you, I don't know if we said at the top of the show that these are marketing executives.
Period.
Like,
Big
they are
money.
Not like people that are hurting for money
at all, man. So that part of the movie
funny.
was racial. Martin was like if you want to know, I'm just saying this because Martin character, he was a real strong, black, all of them were strong black brother. I mean, but he was all into the African, the racial, and the inequalities and all that. He always had some kind of conspiracy theories is what I'm trying to say. He always had a conspiracy. It's racial. Why is the game pool on the green? I mean, green. You say, why is it on the green table? And the game only over when the black ball go off. The racial. This guy was
he was serious about it.
And he was serious. So
not a game.
So that part they knew they hit the calm Gerard down because he was definitely. I mean, Martin character down. So it touched on a whole bunch of stuff, but man, it was a funny
and it touched
movie,
on
man.
true love. That's
For
what
sure,
it's really a great love story. You know, I don't think when people talk about Eddie Murphy's great movies, I think the first thing that people usually mention is Beverly Hills Cop. That's really the first thing that a lot of people mention. Not in the black community, because we usually say Coming to
Professor,
America.
For sure.
But Coming to America, I think is
I mean, not us is Coming to America, but you know the other ones, they know him as Professor Crump and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean. I got what you're saying.
But Boomerang is definitely up there to me as far as like some of his best work, as far as like what he put out as far as culture and comedy and just one-liners and the characters, man. You know. The
characters, right there. Everything. That's the big word right there.
And what was really huge, you know, at that time was the fact of the soundtrack. Tony Braxton.
Boys to Men.
That was the introduction of Tony Braxton. Yes. This was her debut.
Love should have brought you.
Like, come on.
You home. They used that in the scene. How about that for marketing? When she slapped Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Love should have brought your ass home last night. Dropped the song. Yeah. Boom. So that was real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tony Braxton came out. She was this new person. We had no idea who she was. At that time, Anita Baker, who was huge, was supposed to be the person that did the soundtrack.
Oh, I didn't know
Tony
that.
Braxton just did the demo for it. Yeah, and so when Anita Baker went and listened back to it, you know, for whatever reason, some type of personal reason, Anita Baker couldn't do the soundtrack, and she told Babyface. Now, mind you, this is LaFace Records that's producing this huge movie with Eddie Murphy, and you know, he just, Tony Braxton was signed to LaFace at that time as a new artist. She hadn't come out with anything,
right?
And Anita Baker said, "I like the girl on the demo. Just let her do it. You know, it sounds good. You know, she had laid the tracks for it, and Tony Braxton killed it.
And now look at her, sister Tamar Braxton, and everything that just spawns off of things like that, man. Springboards careers and just other catapult, and other folks be able to just become, and that is just dope, man. I didn't know that though. That's a cold story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she really was.
Cause they had a lot of folks on there, man. They had a whole bunch of what I just said. One of them, Boys to Men, was on there. You know what I'm saying? Boys to Men, they had their song on there.
End of the Road.
Yes,
End of the Road came from there. That was a nice. Yeah, the Boomerang soundtrack was.
Boys to Men was on there, killing joint. Yeah. So I just thought that was. I just always, from my perspective, I just always like Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? He was smooth, even though like. He gonna be looked at as a womanizer because he was, but he wasn't never really calling a woman out their name, doing no. We just seen what he did with every single woman. They let us in the life, but everyone loved him. But
he was definitely a womanizer.
Yeah, he was. You know what I'm saying? But it was like,
why is that a but? Like, why can Miss Parker be a cougar?
But she couldn't be a cougar though.
He was a womanizer in the movie. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying
a
womanizer. The man just liked a lot of women. That don't make he's a womanizer.
He slept with women and lost all interest. This is a quote from the movie. I sleep with them and then I lose all interest. That is a womanizer.
That is not a womanizer.
The man bought a leash. He bought a leash so that he could try to find his fake dog in order to get Lilo Rashawn.
That is a conniver. That's a good point.
It's a womanizer.
That's a good point.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I just don't see it as that. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. It's just me.
Meanwhile, Miss Parker is just out there watering her grass. She happens to like to be comfortable
and cheat on her husband.
You know what I mean? You know, that's not what we're talking about.
No, that's her. That's what we see in the movie. We got to talk about everything.
Saying, a cougar lady is somebody that's like out there thirsty trying to get, well, I don't want to call you thirsty if you're a cougar, but just out there trying to get little young guys. She just happens to like to water her grass in, what do you call them, Daisy Dukes.
And he likes women and lose interest in them. That's it.
That's a totally different ratio.
That's all I'm saying. He don't like him after that.
Some
women go out with a man and don't even like him at the dinner and then won't talk to him again. Just because they went all the way, they ain't his fault. Somebody be like, dang, I ain't like him at the dinner and leave.
Exactly.
So
which is what Robin Givens did to his
and you see he still got the best one. The movie. He still came out on top with his love. Yes. She had to hurt him for him to get his love.
He fell in love with Robin Givens because she was just what he thought was the perfect woman, and aesthetically he felt like she was. She had good feet, which was an issue for him in the movie.
Oh my God, that was
she
crazy.
Had, all of the makeup or whatever, and then Halle Berry, who tapped into his soul. Okay, she when he was kicked and down. she lifted him back up as a friend, and he ended up falling in love with her. And what did he do? Because he stayed true to his womanizing ways.
And she got mad. He did it like she didn't know what she did. Like, I hate with that. When Halle Berry got real mad. Like, come on, man. You going to go to the kennel and get a wild dog and just hopefully, because I'm mute, I ain't going to be. He did it one time. That's why she took him back, because she came through. Of course, he went back to his ways, but I'm not going to change just off that. He knew what he did, and that's what she went back. She got to know that, like, I'm just going to change who I am. He went back. He did go back to his ways, but he's human. It was happening. But at the end of the day, Halle Berry knew.
Listen to the compassion. He's human.
Halle Berry knew who he was when he walked in the door. Oh, I'm going to go marry a murderer and get mad when he murders somebody on my watch. Oh, right. Good picking up. Right. So everyone just wants to have that. You knew who you had when you walked in the door. You took him from your friend. Hello.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
No one looks at that part.
Jacqueline,
you done with him? I'll take him and love him.
Oh, come on. It was not like that.
It was not like that, but...
see how
but that's what happened, though. Ain't that... I don't care what the narrative is.
But no.
She went with her friend after that. The movie shows us that Jacqueline was with him first, and then her guy, then she went with that. No matter what we want to spice it up and say, Halle Berry was with him after Robbie Berry was with him.
Halle Berry, obviously, from the first scene, did not have... chemistry with Gerard, David Allen Greer.
Took my man.
We could see that. Okay, let's just say that. And then they were, and to keep Halle Berry's name clear, or Angela in the movie, it's the role that she played. They reiterated throughout the movie that we are just friends. They were just friends. They never slept together. She never, had any type of like make out session with him. She like, and if you are a woman, you all might not have caught this. Halle Berry liked him from the day one. She was on Eddie Murphy from day one, but he wasn't attracted to her because she was a nice person. And dogs don't like nice people.
It wasn't that. She got mad at Eddie. It wasn't that dog don't like nice people. I'm not saying that he wasn't a dog at all. I'm sure that
the movie called him a dog.
Yeah, she knew she was a dog. Halle Berry knew he was a dog fast.
Halle Berry saw potential.
No, she saw, and I'm not claiming what she did not see, but let's not stray away that Angela saw potential in someone that her friend had just had sex with. That's a fact of the movie. That wasn't her friend?
Jacqueline wasn't her friend.
She been knew her. She knew her though. They worked together. They been knew each other. They were in each other's face every single day, knowing each other. She knew them before Martin. She knew her before Marcus. She brung her over with her. She didn't work there before Marcus worked there. She brung her with her.
But they were not friends.
It doesn't matter about being friends. You with me every day. We talking about this guy. We talked about him. Man,
it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, that part matters. I mean, it don't matter to
a woman. You don't know whether that matters.
A woman got to be with a man. That's why we look at him like that and treat him like that.
Robin Givens' character.
That's how we treat him. Like, hey, man, they over there talking.
No, that's not. Don't say we.
No,
that's not
I said we. Women is over. If two women is over there talking about one man, like Robin Givens said, oh, he is so marvelous. They talk about having sex with each other. Cool. She already put her girl on the guy. It don't matter how I look to certain people.
Yes, because Eddie Murphy carried... Okay, let's say this.
And she went with what she carried.
Eddie Murphy carried himself in a way where he was a dog. And so they treated him like he didn't really care. I didn't even expect Eddie Murphy to fall for her like he did in the movie. Like, he was really like into her, into Robin Givens. And he was hurt behind the situation. But Halle Berry, what I'm trying to say is, it was the person that scooped him up when he was in his worst moment.
I'm not talking about that. We know that. But I said if she would have scooped him up from Lita Rashawn, she scooped him up from the same office her friend was working at, doing the thing she been knew. That's all I'm saying. He is a dog, but both of them got the same. No, just like going out with my man. You went out with Booth. You didn't even like Booth. No chemistry there. Cool. You ain't like my girl? I love Joe girl. Well, so what? I like you more than her. I'm going to treat you better. She went back. Boom. It's all cool. But Halle Berry definitely in the movie was messing with her homegirl guy.
She was not her homegirl. You didn't see them.
Her co-workers guy. Her whatever. She ain't no different than Marcus. Marcus messed with all of the co-workers.
She was just her boss.
Gerard worked there. I mean, she just
she was her boss. It's a
boss,
totally different
but I'm saying
situation.
You my assistant. You around me every single day before Marcus was. We met him together. That's all I know.
I've seen them in 2 scenes together.
We met him together. That's all I know. She didn't work there. Angela did not work there before her.
Angela, they came over with the merger.
That's what I'm saying. Together. So that's what I'm saying.
Bruh.
She brought her girl with her. We met him together. You have him first, I have him second. Facts of the movie.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
How is
that's
that not a fact?
Her friend.
Did he not sleep with? I'm not saying that's her friend. It don't matter her friend. Y'all came together in the car, whatever. That's your assistant.
You know what? This is what I want to say. You are reading too much into it.
I'm not reading. I'm watching the movie. You just not want to say what it is.
Was Robin Givens upset? She was not upset that they were together. A friend would have been upset.
That's why she went. It wasn't about the friend. Like even when she went with what's his name?
That's just like somebody worked at your office and you know that they dealt together, but y'all not really friends or nothing like that. And you know that they got something superficial that they just basically sleeping together, and then all of a sudden you are friends with this man.
No, that's no problem.
Y'all forged a friendship
that's no
and y'all
problem
fell
for
in love.
a woman to do that. I'm speaking from a man's point of view. I know a lot of men, whether they church guys, nothing, they're gonna hold that accountable. Like I don't care how you spin it. You and you are friends. Y'all both mess with him.
They are not friends.
You and him are together. We saw y'all together before we seen him. Y'all came together. It don't matter. You knew who she was messing with before him. Forget it. That don't matter. It doesn't matter like that. Y'all in the same.
They did not even have a relationship or anything. They just slept together.
And that's no problem. Women could say they just. That's why it be a lot of people out here. Men be like, you is good, but I'm just still looking for that one, and it ain't no one, guys.
But I feel like you are putting your own spin on the movie.
I'm not putting my own spin on the movie. Did he have sex with Robin Givens first? Did Robin Givens look like she wasn't her friend? That's the spin. Like,
she
no.
did.
How? Only way she wasn't her friend, and it was the only time when it was dealing with Marcus. I ain't your friend because you messing with the nigga I like. That don't make you not her friend.
No, that's not. No.
I'm saying what I said was not right. No, that's a fair point to say.
We just don't talk about the movie though, not what you are reading into the movie. Let's go by scenes, right? Okay. Yes. So Robin Givens and Eddie Murphy, they had the scene together.
I don't even like you anyway. I like her.
No, let me just say, Robin Givens and Eddie Murphy had the scene together where they were in New Orleans dancing, right? It led to them having sex for the first time in New Orleans, right? The next scene, the only other scenes that they have together, they don't have any.
They had sex again when she came to his crib.
Exactly, but I'm saying what the movie shows us is they never really showed them having any real connection. It's all about him liking her, trying to sleep with Jacqueline, thinking that she was the one, and her shooting down. Now, with Eddie Murphy, in the very first scene him and Halle Berry have, she said, "Oh, so you're interested in Jacqueline?" That's letting us women know that she already kind of like him, but she sees that you own her.
Men
right?
know that. Like, we know that. You inquiring. I don't like you.
Can I just finish my point?
Saying, yes.
Okay. So
like
Jacqueline but what I'm saying, the movie, whoever, I should probably know the director, but whoever directed the movie, he made, that scene they had to talk about. She said Jacqueline is a pretty attractive girl. He said, see, men don't do that. Women can do that, but men don't do that. My point being,
he put it off on Gerard fast. Like,
no, wait a minute.
That same scene.
I understand, but what I'm trying to say is the movie defined their relationship as something more than sexual. Yes, it was like he actually had a conversation with her and a real thought about something that women and men do. That's all I'm just trying to say.
But in that scene, he also put on his man. That's
because he was too busy.
I'm a nice guy,
but
that's reading into it. That's like, I'm not interested in you right now.
He wasn't stupid in the movie.
I'm not interested in you. Why is that stupid? Because he don't like her. Like, he don't like Halle Berry right now.
Yes, because she was a good woman and he didn't know that.
At that time, and that's what I'm saying, it didn't know that, but she knew who he was. That's my point. She knew he was a dog-ass dude, sleeping around, doing this, heard the stories.
She knew he had a
reputation. No, she knew what was going on.
She didn't know him.
She knew for a fact he had just slept with old girl. She knew everything old girl knew. She knew the stories.
Yes.
That's why they portrayed in there. They portrayed that in there as she knew.
But Halle Berry was able to see another side of him outside of him being a dog.
She was seeing that from seeing the true him, because I'm not trying to be, you a nice guy, yes, but she saw that. I'm not saying she didn't see that.
Yes.
She saw that in knowledge of knowing. That's what I'm saying. And as a man, it's not like a problem with that. We know you're going to sleep with other people, but like, dang, you were just with dude.
No.
That happens. That's the reality of life.
Come on.
No, ain't no man about to sit with no woman that now you my lady and I see the dude you've been messing with all day. Because I got to, because you couldn't find. That's eerie. That's weird. That's not cool. You're not going to sleep with someone and every day y'all have a relationship and y'all going to have a straight platonic relationship every day, knowing everyone know you slept with him, That ain't no big deal. That's going to have strengths. People do that right now. If your ex-girlfriend move across the street from you and everybody do that, that's just in life in general, not just in the movie.
I just don't feel
every single day, your woman.
I understand what you are saying, but
everybody
I just feel
know Marcus slept with her. Now you just with her.
I understand what you are saying. I just feel like in this movie, their relationship, I'm just going to go on record and say that I don't feel like their relationship Robin Givens and Halle Berry was strong enough to call it a friendship.
I don't think. No, it's not. It just says to say a lot for a motherfucker, a woman that knows exactly where you just been at, and then and know who you are as a man. And there's no fine with cleaning that up and finding who it is. But it ain't nothing wrong as a man saying that ain't cool. You gotta. That ain't that.
No, you just looking for an excuse.
That's not and that's not true. It's not looking for an excuse. It's like a man. No, it's still some men out here. Everybody
that's just not valid. If it was her best friend,
I didn't say her best friend.
If it was her best friend, I could see you making that.
We
argument.
never said it wasn't her best friend. The only difference that they had no differences in nothing in the movie but Marcus. So that's like two best friends that stop fucking together because any man.
What you mean?
They never had a difference. It wasn't like, I don't like Jacqueline because she's trying to do the merger and she wants to do this. Her only beef was like, why are you treating Marcus like this? They never showed that they was not best friends or not. They just showed
she never had a beef with Jacqueline.
No, she was saying that, hey, when she was like, why are you treating Marcus like this? Even when she asked Jackie that was a personal question to show that she was able to ask him that.
She said she said whatever it is you're doing to Marcus, and
she said, hey,
please stop because he's not himself. Again, showing that she actually cared.
She cared. No one saying she did not care. We just saying what she cared about. Everything you calling Marcus is true. We just saying that's what she cared about.
Yeah.
And that shows. Like, and at the end of the day, like, well, you like the dog, dude. When he go back to her, don't say, Dad, what you expect? You got, that's why they stayed together. But like, people be expecting to be, he gonna clean up just because he came with you. I've been a dog. You know you got it from the kennel. So now you gonna act like, oh, he did some dog stuff again. Wake up. Like, you got me from the doghouse. You knew who I was in the beginning.
He does not speak for all men.
No, I do not, or all women. But if you get a man, it's just like it's just what it is. Yeah, I'm not speaking for all men, but I bet you, as in the gate, you do not want the woman that has slept with two people you know that you're gonna be around every day.
What are you talking about? She didn't do that.
He was sleeping with the whole thing, with the whole people that they work with. That one, remember everybody, it was Marcus. That was his reputation of being with half the staff that before they got there. Then they got there, he with old girl. I'm just talking about what she knew she was getting herself into regardless. Even when she started working there, like, she knew the guy she was getting. Even when he's like, and he went back and did something stupid. It wasn't stupid. He was just being himself.
Yeah, but
it looks stupid to her because.
But my thing is, I feel like that's unfair because women know that anyway. Like,
they don't know every man a dog.
Oh my. Okay, let's get
on,
off.
Man, how do women know that?
Oh.
Every woman don't work with the dude and have a chance to say.
Oh my God.
So every woman know that you slept with my coworker?
There's not a woman that's listening to this podcast that is not going to say that they don't think that most men, 99.9% of them, are capable of being a Marcus.
No, I'm not saying. And every man say that about a woman too. It's vice versa.
I know, but you blaming Halle Berry for him being a man.
No, I'm not blaming her for being a man. I'm saying
him being a man.
No, I'm not saying for him being a man. I'm not blaming her. She picked it.
She fell in love.
So that's all I'm saying. It's no fault to that, man. If I pick someone that I know drinks liquor all day and they continue to drink liquor and I want them to change them, it was a choice that I made knowing going in. I ain't about to fall in love with an alcoholic. I hope they would change. But the first day he go to a bar, yo dumb ass at a bar.
But you know what? Let me just say this though. You leaving out the part of the conversation that we don't hear, and that part of the conversation where the guy is making all type. Because trust me, she probably addressed these. Like in real life, a woman is gonna address all of those issues, and you're not listening. We leaving out his plea, his promise. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So it's just like you got somebody that's in love with you. That's a friend. That's a friend of yours. That's taking you at your word, and your word is your fucking bond. Like if you don't live by your word, then who are you?
They won together.
Here we go. Anyway,
that's all I'm saying.
Anyway,
that's all I'm
now
saying.
They won together.
Now that's all I'm saying. That's my point, man. It's a damn 2-hour damn movie, and the fact of the movie is, I bet y'all see him sleep with Robin Givens, and y'all gonna stay. Y'all could pick out how close their friendship and all that stuff was. Y'all could do that yourself. I bet you see him sleep with Robin Givens, and you sleep with them. And you go to work, and then if y'all two new girls to go to work.
Anyway, I want to say that I thought that one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he realizes that he was in love. It's such a genuine realization. Like, no, wait a minute. I am in love with somebody.
I know it.
It was so surprising for him. And just the fact, to see that part on the camera, like, no, I really know that I love somebody. He was really surprised, like, I can't believe that I love a person.
I was about to lose this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
or
that
just
happens.
you just are a witness to the fact that he has never felt
it.
before.
I'm more Marcus than a lot of folks. Like I done had thousands of women. I'm in love right now. Like
all
you know
right,
what I'm
on
saying?
to movie number 5.
Thousands, man. Like
Movie number 5.
y'all know y'all listening.
All right, let's wrap them up. There. So, follow us on Instagram at Dawn's Kids Podcast, Twitter, everything is Dawn's Kids Podcast, Facebook page. Thank you so much for listening, and we are out of here.
Wash your goddamn hands, man.